Hi, my name is Jessica. I recently started working at the most magical place on earth, and no, I do not speak for the brand or the company. I work in one of the resort hotels, and on my very first day, I was able to do something really magical for a little girl and her family. Now, to set the stage of what happened, this family had just checked in, and shortly after, the grandmother came up to my desk and said, "Hey, has anyone turned a Mulan doll into Lost and Found? My granddaughter lost it." I didn't find the doll in Lost and Found, so when I came back out, I got down on my knees and I took the hands of this little 4-year-old girl, and she's got tears in her eyes, and I tell her, "Princess, I'm so sorry we didn't find your doll, but you know what? Tinkerbell and I are going to do our best to look for her, okay?" And she says, "Okay." And I looked to her grandmother and I asked, "Is it okay if I give her a hug?" And her grandmother says yes, and I ask her, "Could I give you a hug?" And she nods and she throws her arms around me, and I promise her again, we are going to do our best to find her doll for her. And before they leave, I grab the grandmother while the little girl is distracted, and I'm like, what other princesses does she like? And then immediately after they're gone, I whip around to my trainer and I say, "We're doing something." And my trainer says, "Okay, what do you have in mind?" So I tell her my idea, and just as we're about to go get the stuff that we need for it, I hear, "Jessie!" And I turn around, and it's the little girl and her grandmother, and she has her Mulan doll, and I go and I give her a big hug. We're all excited. And when she walks away, I look to my trainer and I say, "Should we still do what I wanted to do?" And she says, "Sure." So I do some shopping in the gift shop, and we sent her a bag with a Merida doll, because that was her other favorite princess, a Tinkerbell doll, a little Tinkerbell pin, and a note that says, "Tinkerbell found another friend for you. We hope that you love her too." And just before we're about to send that gift to their room, one of my coworkers comes to the back and says, "Hey, Jessie, your little friend is looking for you." So I run back out to meet her, and her whole family is there, including her sister, and both of them are just hugging me and hanging off of me and not letting me go. And it was just the sweetest feeling. I loved it so much. And then after we sent the gift to their room, the person who delivered the gift said that they were so excited and they loved it so much. And it made me very happy. I think I'm gonna like it here. So the other day, I got to participate in something really magical for guests and their family at Disney's Polynesian Resort. Now, I am a concierge cast member at Walt Disney World, and no, I do not speak for the brand of the company. So I had a guest who told me that he traveled to Disney many times before, and he was with a family who had never been to Disney ever, including their 2 little girls, and he wanted to do something really magical for them. So while their families were all eating dinner, he snuck away to use the restroom and got a bag full of goodies, and he wanted to know if there was a cast member who could come and surprise the table with these goodies. And I looked around, and there wasn't a line or anything. It wasn't busy, so I said, "I'll do it." So we speed back over to the restaurant. He tells me the girls' names, and I'm waiting 60 seconds, and I get this excitement that I only ever felt when I was a party princess of like, it's time to perform. So I have ladies on my arms, I have the bag in my hand, and I walk up to the table and I say, "Aloha family, I hear that we have some very special guests with us today, our first-time visitors." The whole table's freaking out. The kids are so excited, and we take pictures, and the guy just looks to me and he goes, "So the other day, as I was running around work, I was thinking about the fact that people may start believing that I have a twin."
And here's a happy, wholesome Disney story.
Not the internet-appointed twin. That I have a twin who also works at Disney.
I still don't speak for the brand or the company.
Still not that one. I'm just gonna show you what I'm talking about, and remember, I don't speak for the brand or the company. So when you come into Port Orleans Riverside or French Quarter, you may see me inside in this costume. I have my makeup done, I have my hair done, and I'm just looking and feeling cool as a cucumber in that air conditioning. And then on other days, I'm in this costume running around my resort with no makeup on, my hair in braids, dripping of sweat, smelling of sunscreen, because I got places to be and things to do. And I feel like there's gonna come a time where I'm gonna knock on a guest door and they're gonna open it and they'll have checked them in the day before. So they're gonna look at me and be like, "Huh, so do you have a twin, or is this like a Cinderella situation where this is what you look like before you meet the prince, and then the other day is what you look like after?" It has been almost a year since I started working at the most magical place on earth, and no, I still do not speak for the brand of the company. In that year, I have worked at 12 different Disney resorts, and as you can imagine, my closet is overflowing with costumes. Honestly, I probably couldn't pick a favorite. I love the Polynesian one, but Riverside and French Quarter is so cute too. And I was certain I wasn't going to like the Wilderness Lodge costume, but I love it. Of course, all of these costumes are impeccably themed for their resorts, and that got me thinking that it would be hilarious if for maybe April Fool's Day, there was this prank that all the cast members did where they wore their favorite costume from a different resort to the resort they're working at. Now, not only would it be a great April Fool's prank for a guest to walk into a sea of cast members in costumes from other resorts, but it might also be a good bit of marketing, because maybe those costumes will spark an interest in that guest to go to a resort they've never been to before, so maybe it could happen.